everyone. Welcome back to the Live and Gay Show. It's episode 10. I didn't record one last week because I've been working on some YouTube videos, and that's all I was going to say about it. Because if I say anything more, then you have information. And it's very secretive, okay? My process is secretive. It's important to me, okay? You gotta understand, it's important to me. But yeah, so it's episode 10. And I wanna, I was gonna say I was gonna be secretive about the YouTube stuff, but like, what? So do you guys know that? Of course you guys gotta know this. But like, Outdoor Boys, that one guy, he would go out of the woods and he'd like record himself, and he'd be either like, I got a saying, I either sleep good or eat good or something. I think it was that. I think I either sleep good or eat good. I would never do one or the other. I don't. I won't go through two bad things at the same time. I'll make sure I got one good thing going on for me, or like whatever. When he's like in the snow, in the tundra, just roughing it out. Well, he stopped, right? And everyone was like so sad. I've actually never watched the videos on YouTube. I've only seen the clips on TikTok. So I gotta get into it, guys. I gotta get into it. But I really spent a lot of my time like making videos. So so that's why if I go do it, I can kind of experience it. But then he said, like a couple weeks later, or a week later or so, he was like, but I'll be helping my son record his own backpacking videos and like whatever. And his like, son's like a teenager, like 13 or 12 or I don't know. I don't know actually. And he's young, I think. But now he's doing it together, and it's also like a father bonding cute moment. Anyways, I want to do something like that. I want to take a camera into the woods, and I want to do something like that. I think that would be fun. I think they make a good video. And I think it'd be really funny if I took some city people that's never done that. Because, okay, yeah, I grew up in Louisville, that's city. But, like, first of all, I did grow up more near Fairdale in the South. Like, I lived in the South End, but very close to Fairdale. And anyways, that's not important. Going off the beaten horse. So, I was talking about Shively. No, I wasn't talking about Shively. Fuck, guys. Fuck. The beaten horse, the beaten path. What did I say? What was I talking about? Fuck, I'll never know. I was off the beaten path? The beaten horse. Yeah, it's not coming back, guys. We gotta move on from that. So, I'll be backpacking. I'll go backpacking. Yes, but okay. So, and I've gone frogging. I grew up on a farm at my mom's for a good bit. I say a good bit, I mean for second grade to like college. I've gone frog gigging. I gone hunting. I was shooting up cars, tannerite. I was shooting tannerite drugs and blowing up cars. I've gone backpacking like one time. I have experience with things. I ain't just woke. I was woke, but also like I like bombs. I think it'd be really cool to learn how to make C4. My dad knows how. I do, okay. I don't care. I don't want any people to think I was like a threat or like I have a problem or something. But no, I think it'd be fun information to have. It'd be a nice party trick. To be able to know how to make like plastic explosives. Or like to turn like, I don't know, like some like, well, it's hard to get the nitrogen. That's the problem's always getting the nitrogen. You can get through fertilizer, but you have to know some farmers. And you city folk wouldn't know about anything about that. You gotta know some farmers to get the nitrogen and the fertilizer. It's part of the process for bombs. You guys don't even know it right now, but that's actually like true for A-bomb. I ain't gonna tell you which one. I won't help you guys. I gotta stop talking. They're gonna think I was like the Unabomber or something, and they'll like come assassinate me. By they, I mean the government. So I like this. So there's this genre of reel that I get like every month, and it's some variation of a white person, typically a small child, is surrounded by a group of black people, and the white kid's like singing or dancing really well. That's always a component of this. And bonus points if it's like some black genre, like predominantly black genre. And all the comments, actually no, first there's like text on the screen that says like only in New York or only in the South, because people's proud of the fact that their home place of birth and origin is like multicultural and accepting, which I think is I think that's a sweet sentiment. And then on the comments is like, this is MLK's dream. This right here was MLK's dream, which is just funny to me because, you know, a lot of what MLK was talking about was like, you know, freeing black people from the oppression of white people, you know, institutional shit, as well as like, not just like institutional forms of government, but also the way the companies are structured. And there was a labor element to his politic as well. He was a self-prescribed socialist. I think he was. I think he was at one point. And like as he was doing active work more and more, and when he got killed is when he was, I think, at his most radical. But I digress. But it's funny that in the back of his head, he was just like, yeah, you know, I just really hope that a white girl can see a little Nelly. Like, I think that's it's just a beautiful conception of like the world. Because for some people, that's how they see the world, is through that lens of like, wow, you know, racial tension's not bad. The white girls know a little Nelly. And that's as far deep as it goes. And I think I feel envious of not knowing what's going on. That, you know, ignorance is bliss in the sense of like, I wish that my life was also just ruled by vibes. That would be such a fun way to live. But unfortunately, it's not looking too great for the next couple years, and I have to think practically and realistically. That's why my goal is to become a YouTuber, something that is completely a long shot by a very large stretch of the imagination. Not for me, though. I can do it, obviously. My name's Noah fucking Fears. Ever heard of me? Probably not. I don't think a lot of people know my name. I have like a very Hollywood name, and that was my name from birth. This has been my name from birth. Noah Fears is my name from birth. I was born with that name. Come on. That's a star's name. That's a star's name. Trust me, I'll learn how to do a little acting. I'll do a little acting, and whenever they get around to like, I don't know, what's the media, like movie industry gonna be like in like 10 years? Whenever we reboot Star Wars, I got you. Whenever we reboot Star Wars, yeah. It's coming, guys. It's coming. You know they got to do something with it. They got to get something for their shareholders, guys. They have to bring every single one of your beloved pieces of media, your beloved worlds that you've fallen in love with, and they have to bastardize it over and over. And I'll do it. Because guess what? I got to get my bread up. So then I can have the funds to make my own Star Wars, but it's going to be different and cooler. And it's going to have lesbians. Come on, but think about it. One of my favorite things in Andor is that there was lesbians. But then, and this is a spoiler. I apologize. If you don't want a spoiler, fuck you. I told you there's enough advance. I've been meandering here for a good couple seconds. If you don't want a spoiler for Andor or whatever, don't do it. But they killed the girl. They killed one of them. Like in some freak accident. Because bitch was fucking piece of shit stupid and then killed the lesbian. Why is it that my lesbians always die? Every time you put a lesbian on screen, they die. Either in the show or metaphorically because they cancel the show. The show will be number 1 on Netflix. It'll be a lesbian little thing. And then they'll can it. Because guess what? They want to dangle a full TV show in our faces. That's right. The government's doing that. That's right. Donald Trump. Ugh. Anyways, I got something else I gotta talk about. So I also really think it's funny how when every old comedian gets a TV show, like when they get to make a TV show, literally, like, it seems like every one of them sets up some scene where it is just them being able to berate some woke barista, some woke pronoun colored hair barista. You know what I mean? It, like, I saw this compilation this one time, and it was like 60 seconds of at least 5 different TV shows where they get the comedian literally has a self-insert because they's playing themselves, or like when he's playing in the show, so they's writing that they get to berate the barista, and it's like, wow, you really want to berate the baristas in your life so bad. And it's like, it's not even over like woke shit sometimes. It's not even like I mean, that's always a part of it, or an underlying theme. But then there's like, oh, and we don't, and like, I just want a coffee, a plain old coffee. I don't want all these fancy things, blah, blah, blah. And instead of playing it like what they is, which is like the old person yelling at like the cloud, because like, it's just like there's more variety. You can still get a basic coffee if you like specify what you want. You don't have to be a dick about it. But because it's just not how exactly you want, you start berating the person that's in front of you. The person who most likely was not involved anyway in the conception of what the drink was, what the menu was, what the pricing is. Like even at the local ones, they still hire the 16-year-olds as the first line of defense. But these fucking assholes just want to yell at the 16-year-olds so bad. What I like is to not, I hate when 16-year-olds, I have to take their order. I hate them. Well, really 11-year-old kids. No, sorry, yeah, 15, 16-year-olds. Because no, they're all trying to impress their friends, and they're all talking over each other, and because, I don't know, they think that being an adult is just being able to be a jackass and rude. And so, like, they get to cosplay that when he's not with their parents. And they just become fucking assholes. And it's like, you're coming here to buy a drink. We's making your drink. Why would you try and make us mad? I mean, we're not spitting in your drink. Even when someone's annoying me, I never done that. That's really gross. But I don't know. It's just like, the people like I fantasize about berating is like people who like road rage really bad. I want to yell at them and be like, it's not that serious. It really isn't. It wasn't until a year ago that I really started honking my horn. And I drive fast. I drive aggressive. I've spun out multiple times on the highway, which is not saying as a flex. Like, I do drive aggressive. I just wouldn't honk my horn. Because, like, you never know these days, guys. People pull guns. And they did studies on this. They've done studies. It was a couple things. I mean, part of it's the alienation from your society. Because, like, with public transport, you're forced to interact with all these people around you, and it's an equalizer. And you just confined in this this little space. You're not gonna be you're less of a jackass in that situation, right? But when you're in your metal box that is cocooned and a shell from the world, and you have these hard things around you that's protecting you, you get bold. And you don't register the other car as a person. You register it as a thing because you see the car. You don't see necessarily the person until you get up close to them. But often by then you've already gotten angry. And so it creates a big problem. But it's also just like, yeah, there's biological reasons as to like, I mean, there's like functions, biological functions in the body, like functions of your biology that like explain like, oh, why it's easy to like get angry in that way. But also, you're not a fucking dog, right? Like, he's not like a little, you're just like running around, a little animal running around based on instinct, right? Like, you can just, it's not that serious. It's like never that serious. And I understand it's like all part of it's like venting your stuff out, but like if he's gonna yell, if like that's something you need for like that's you need it because you got anger shit, keep the windows up. And don't turn your head and try and look at him and mouth off to him. Don't do that. That's bad. You keep your head forward and you don't look at him. And you treat it as your own personal shit. I mean, like, you can honk the horn if they, like, do bad. And if, like, they crash into you and, like, whatever, there's, like, whatever. Like, you could, yeah, like, obviously there's situations where, like, yes. But when it's, like, someone just cuts you off and then you're getting, like, so red in the face, that's pathetic. That is pathetic. And I will stand by that. And, like, I don't, like, I don't know. It's never fucking like super cute to me when people get, like it's like one thing if it's like they do get like more angry and like whatever, because it's also like he's getting in a metal death box. There should be a level of respect and reverence for the situation. It is dangerous. You could die. But there's a difference between getting angry because you worry about your safety and getting angry because you like it's an outlet for other things. And when I can tell that it's an outlet for other things, it makes me very much like look down on you. And I don't like it when people show it off in a quirky way. Because it's like, it's scary. Because also the people that get like that, it also feels like they could hit you. You know what I mean? Is this me just like projecting my own, like my own lived trauma? I don't know. I do think it's a very telltale sign of a person how fucking if like they get like angry within normal proportions. Like I don't get angry to the point that I want to hit people all the time. Like very rarely even do I want to hit somebody. I mean, I would if the situation calls for it. But these situations don't be calling for it. And I'm beating a dead horse at this point, but I don't know. This is me being an influencer. I want to influence everyone to have some goddamn fucking decency and kindness in their heart. It's not normal to be so angry. Just because society is fucked up right now doesn't mean we need to be taking on each other. Our community is the thing that helps us get by. Humans are social creatures. We work together. And we should never, never, ever forget that. So I don't know, man. I did hear, so my coworker was telling me about the situation with K-pop. I don't know. I know it's the entire industry. I don't know. I don't know the band. or sorry, is it the boy group or what? It's like, do I have to use the special lingo, or it's a band? It's a band. I don't know the band's name or what the people's name is, but apparently there was this 40-year-old woman who is married or has a boyfriend, like a long-term boyfriend. I think is married. She went to a K-pop concert that has very handsome men. And she posted a video of, I guess, one of the K-pop star looking her in the eyes. Or, well, no, it wasn't looking at her in the eyes. It was more looking her general direction. It was less that he was making eye contact with her specific, and more that he lingered in a specific area for a second. But like, that could just be anything. Anyway, she records that and be like, oh, look, he noticed me. The wolf will get its prey? Or the wolf has found its prey, or something. And he'll do it again too, or something, the next time I go to a concert. Or something like that. I don't remember who was the wolf. I don't remember if it was she was the wolf or he was the wolf. But someone was a wolf. Someone was a furry. And they had prey. And she was 40. Acting like this. And I want to let you guys know, I don't think this is normal. The people who get like that, I don't think this is normal. I think it was weirdos. And like, people like Taylor Swift that much? People like Chris Brown that much? Bro, I don't have outlets like this for my other stuff, because I'm not going to just post on my story when this stuff like this happens. It's pathetic, but this is my podcast. I can do whatever I want on my podcast. A beautiful stud. I matched with this beautiful stud on Tinder. And, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. Also looked a little strong. Well, she matched with me. And she called me beautiful. And then I was like, sent something back. Or no. And then she said something about like wanting to kiss me. And I was like, oh my god, yeah. And then I went to like look through her profile. Like look through everything. And she was like a massive Chris Brown fan. Like, just plastered all over her account was like Chris Brown. And that was so disappointing. Because here was this beautiful stud. But she liked Chris Brown! They're like, and that's not okay, because I know Chris Brown fans, they get all fucking weird because they go, oh my god, well, Rihanna and blah, 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 which is like already, he's getting off to a bad start, and I don't agree with you at all. Anyways, but if we go past it, if we move past that, he's been doing that shit with other women for years. His managers have quit, he's like forced people to do drugs. Okay, like, he just beats people's ass like all the time. Like, he's beating people up. Like, on the regular. Like, he's lashing out and just starts mollywopping people. Like, and everyone, like, is hanging around him like it's cool because he can get your song #1 because, but that's crazy. Anyways, I didn't respond. Because if you was like, okay, I'm gonna excuse that, what else would you excuse? Murder! You know, because, like, I don't know, it always rubs me the wrong way when someone's, like, really adamantly behind someone who's, like, a known, like, violent person. But, like, not even using violence for, like, the good things violence can be used for, like, protecting people and, like, fighting against your oppressor. No, but, like, for beating on people, like, in your interpersonal life because you don't like the things they say and you want to dominate them. And you want to hurt them so that they don't go against you. That's crazy. And if you're willing to defend that, what is you willing to do to me? You don't sound like someone who's too swayed off by the, oh, we shouldn't hit people argument. So, I don't know. I can only think of what you get up to in your free time. Hitting people, it's hitting people. I don't know if you got the subtlety that I was doing. But it was genuinely, when you was all like high and excited, you start dreaming about life together. And it was cut short. I do that. I fantasize. And I know it's bad. I know a therapist told me it's bad, I think, or something. Because, it's like putting all this pressure on this person to whatever. But right now, I can't be in a relationship. Because I'd be a bad partner. Because I was a bad partner. I know that. And I don't think I've changed enough. And also, I want to make YouTube videos. And you have to be willing for me to go everywhere, and not be able to spend as much time with you as I'd probably like to or you'd like to. And I don't want that right now. And also, I want to be young and free. And if I was gonna be famous, I gotta hook up with a couple celebrities. You know what I mean? Because, like, as I was getting more followers, I didn't say this, but in the back of my head, I was like, oh, like, I was getting closer and closer to being able to score on my hall passes. You know what I mean? Like we had a couple hall passes. Like, and I know it's like a joke, but it was mainly a joke, but I don't know, actually. But, like, for some people, like, we have, like, mutuals at now, and it's like, oh, that's, like, I could do that. Like, realistically, like, if I put the effort and time in, I could attempt to pull them, and then whatever chance of that playing out plays out, it plays out. But part of, like, the thing about the hall pass is the unattainability of the person. So I'd have to, for it to work with me right now, not that I was like anyone famous, but like I know people who know people, and like if I get invited to a party, there's a chance someone else there know, and what do you think Pete Davidson's doing? Where do you think he's meeting these women? Where do you think he's meeting all these famous women? Instagram DMs. It's true. It's what happens. When I dated a YouTuber, what do you think happened? She DM'd me on Instagram. And my biggest platform is Instagram. And I gotta use my power. No, I did not just do Instagram. I did not just like do content since I was 9 years old so I could pool later in life. But no, I genuinely just wouldn't be a good partner in the sense that, like, I need a lot of time alone because I've kind of just bounced around from relationships, or like, if not bouncing immediately into a relationship, desperately seeking out a relationship. So like, a lot of my time would be going on dates. Like, even up until like a year, like when I was in Taiwan, when I was in Taiwan, I was going on like multiple dates. Like, my teacher, I was telling her like shit, because like we were talking Chinese, whatever. It was like a one-on-one class for language practice, and she had a little notebook of all the people I was going on dates with. I was slutting it up in Taiwan. I was studying abroad, and yeah, dating apps, man, like, and you go to the club, and you got the tattoos, and my hair was freshly dyed pink, my roots wasn't grown out, I was looking very presentable, and man, I apologize, as a lesbian, and I think it's fine. We should revel in our lesbianery. Lebanon. LeBron James. But yeah, I won't lie. There's a couple people I got my eye on. There is. And every single skit I do, that's 1 second closer to my DM being seen. It's very respectful. It's very nice. It's like, Actually, I've been making a point to be nice. This is like a personal philosophy thing. I think we should be more nice and kind into the world. This is not like ulterior motives. I mean, ulterior motives is that me trying to like pull somebody or make them fall for me and fall in love, and then we start a life together and potentially get married. But no, every time that I like watch someone's stuff that I go, oh, it's really good. I go find their Instagram and I go, I like that. Like if there's something that like wowed me or I just like, or if like someone becomes my mutual, I'll always DM them and be like, yo, like I like your stuff. Cause I do, like that's why I follow you. And I don't know, I think it's nice to be respected by people that like do the same thing as you do. And I think it's important to show that respect as well. And also, I want people to like me. In the sense of like, I want to be honest about like the things I like about people because like I want to be a good person. I want to spread kindness and joy into the world. I know I say stupid things online. And sometimes I can get a little mean-spirited. Not actually. I think it's actually I come from a good place majority of the time. But you know, I think there's too many fake people. I've experienced it. I've experienced people being like weird. Like getting followers and being weird. Like people literally like I've literally had people come to me for advice on how to like pass a setback, then go on to make a living doing it. But instead of like, I don't know, helping a girl out, I've had people just unfollow me. And I didn't even like I literally just gave them the advice and like believed in them. And as soon as this shit popping, I just never talked about this online because like I don't do drama shit. I'm not gonna say who any of these people is, obviously. But it's something I've experienced myself, which is people just being very weird and transactional, but not even transactional, just very takey. Just very takey. And I want to be a more givey person. I want to be like sharing as much advice as possible. I want to be building up as much people as possible because I don't know. I think there should be more kindness to the world. I keep saying it over and over, but I think it's a point. We need to drive home. Being a dickhead is not cool. Being like ignoring people is not cool. Being antisocial is not cool. You're not cool for being so selective with your time that you won't fucking talk to anyone because you're just a fucking jackass. No, you're cool and awesome. You're willing to share time with people and like help people and be there for people. And like, no one's doing that. No one's helping people anymore. I mean, people do still, but like, it's not the same and you know it. You know it. You know it's true. You hear the things I say and they speak to you. Sorry, I don't know why I was doing a slam poetry thing. Oh shit. So, one thing I've been doing personally in my own life is I haven't been smoking recently. Weed. I know it's surprising. I did before I recorded this. That's probably not surprising. I've been taking a break and like it's like been a week since I smoked last. Because them cards was fucking up my lungs. Like genuinely dead ass. Like cards is bad for you. Don't do them. Dispos, don't do them. Don't do them. You don't know what's in it. And a lot of that shit's fake and it's got like lead in it. It's got like fucking vitamin E. It's got this acetate shit. And like that fucking it's bad for your lungs. And like it was hurting every time like I took a hit. It got to the point where it wasn't just hurting with the cart. It was also hurting when I smoked like bud. And I had to give it a rest. The only thing I could get was Delta 9 gummies. And it's not the same. Also, I had to take like 30 to be like, But like, maybe it was the strain I got. Or maybe the Delta 9's gay and stupid. You know, because we only smoke big blunts around here. No, I stopped smoking blunts after college. Because it's a lot of weed. It's a lot of weed and it invites me to smoke more than I can chew. It's good for social situations. But I was just smoking them by myself sometimes. Can you imagine that? Me in my college apartment that was on campus that I was definitely not supposed to be smoking in. Watching probably someone play City Skylines 2 while smoking Dutch. Can you imagine that? That's me. That's me. I have a lot of things about me that you guys don't know. And that's actually the only nicotine I'd ever smoked in. I never touched a Nick stick. I never touched a vape. I never smoked a cigarette. The only nicotine I ever touched was that blunt wrap, the tobacco leaf. And that's only because I didn't know. I didn't know. How was I supposed to know? I just had some friends that smoked and they would like, get this. And I was like, okay. I was like, oh, this is nice. But now I became an addict. No, the last time I smoked a blunt was legitimately like a while ago. One time, I was hooking up with this one girl. And she had a roommate. And that roommate also was hooking up with people. And one time when I was over there, someone they was seeing was also over there. And we was all gonna smoke. But I had a cold sore at the time. So I couldn't smoke out of the bong. So we all went to get blunt wrap. And I was a little rusty in terms of like me being able to do it all. And then I also couldn't lick it. Like pack it and lick it. I couldn't lick it, and I've been rusty on packing it a little bit. So I was like, does anyone knows how to do it? And the guy that the roommate was seeing, like immediately said, I think it's the moment to like impress. And what he did is he just took it and he went like this over the ashtray. He went like this, rub it over the ashtray, and it all dropped out. So there's only a little tobacco at the end. It's like a filter. And I mean, it worked. And then we just pack it like a cone. It like worked, but I did not like how he got his sweaty hands all over the blunt. That's not cool. Like, I'd almost rather. Well, I was gonna say I'd almost rather you get it wet, but I forgot that he's a man getting it wet. It's fine if it's more fine if it's a girl for me. I'll see myself out. Audio listeners, I smirked at the camera in a suggestive way. No, but he did that. And then they all smoked it down to the end. And then I had to smoke the stinkiest part of it because of my cold sore. I just smoked the stinkiest part. It just fucking tasted like tobacco. And I fucking hate it. I don't like it. I don't smoke it. I don't like it. It tasted like hot butt ass. And I don't get it. I really don't. I really don't get the cigarettes. I really don't. Because, like, people describe the high, and it sounds more nauseating than anything. And it stinks. Like, for example, the other day, I was talking to this person I know, the person that's my friend, and I was like, that's a Black and Mild. Cause like, they get stinky. They get stinky, and I don't know. I don't like it. I like the smell of weed. It's comforting me. But you know why that is? It's because I smoke. I guess the other non-smokers, they probably wouldn't like it. Anyways, that's me, the episode. Have a good night. Goodbye.